So this is what it looks like when I do these during the day. Lighting is way easier. What do you know? Doesn't sound good. Anyhow, today I'm going to share with you, I can't really call it an idea, more like a notion. The beginnings of an idea. Uh, it comes out in the form of a question. Is the internet a nation? It seems like it is in a way. Like somehow it can contain dozens and dozens of subsections. Some tiny villages, some enormous megaplexes, like Facebook. But and it still has its own culture. That's what makes me think of it as a nation. There is an internet culture, and it's as though we're all part of the same thing, and not simply because we're sharing a medium. It really feels like the internet itself has a culture. And those of us who spend probably ridiculous amount of our lives there, we have certain things in common that you wouldn't think we'd have in common. It's like maybe it's more of a culture than a nation, because I find it increasingly hard to relate to anyone who does not spend a certain amount of time on the internet. It feels like they're from another country. The internet, somehow the way things promulgate through Facebook, Twitter, etc., it gives us a set of shared references and a very basic kind of common understanding, even an ethos that makes it like we're part of the same community, even if we might be parts of very different subsections of that community. So that's my question for the people who actually watch these things. I love you. And also, is the internet a nation? Is it a culture? I mean, I call it a nation because that seems like the level of connection we have to one another. I mean, take my own country, Canada. Canadians are, of course, quite diverse. You have people of all kinds of points of view, lifestyles, histories, etc. And yet, if I'm in America, I realize just exactly the kinds of things that I have with other Canadians, no matter where they're from or what side of the political spectrum they are. I'm still, in many ways, more like that other Canadian than I am with any American in the room. So that's the kind of thing that I feel like the internet has given us. And like that, you don't really realize it until you encounter the other, the person who is not part of that. And suddenly you're like, okay, you seriously have never heard of a lolcat? I knew that was possible, I just never thought I'd meet someone like that. Something along those lines. So, once more, that is my question. Is the internet a nation? Is it a culture? Is it one big town? What do you think? Tell me in the comments, and I will talk to you nice people again tomorrow.